Hello everyone and welcome to Blind Beauty. I'm Jennifer. I apologize if you have more trouble seeing me in this background, but I thought that today what we would do is I would show you how I take off my makeup and get unready. Basically get ready for bed type thing. Of course, you know, without the pajamas and all that, of course. But we're going to go ahead and jump on in here. I'm in my bathroom because this is where I typically will get unready, is in the bathroom. Either this one or another bathroom. But first I'm going to start out by taking the Equate makeup remover wipes. I believe these are the these are the Neutrogena version. Okay, I'm going to take these first and do a quick wipe of my entire face. And I know that there's an echo in here and everything, and the lighting isn't best, but I'm going to do what I can. So, but I do the initial wipe all over the face, at least with this first one. I mean, I do like circular motions. Now, one way they recommend, or most people recommend, is to hold it on there for a couple seconds, and I do that with more stubborn makeup. I'll hold it on there for a second or two, but I would rather take multiple steps than sit there and hold something on the area. But that's me. So I just wipe this all around my face, kind of doing circular motions here and there, because that tends to get more off. And these are fairly gentle, in my opinion. They don't really burn my skin. But they're not the best for using on the eyes. That's why I've kept mine closed, because I like to wait for it to at least somewhat dry on the eyes before I open them, because they aren't that gentle on the eyes, for me at least. So, but that right there is that cloth. Now you can tell the other side is still somewhat clean. You know, you can see the makeup poking through there, but that's about it. Now I'm going to take that other side too and go over my skin as well. So this is going to be a fairly lengthy process because I had a full face of makeup on, like eyeliner, everything, mascara, brows, foundation, color corrector, concealer, 2 different lips. You know, you name it, I probably had it on today. So, but, you know, take this and go all over my skin. Now, what I tend to do after that, I've got everything in my sink over here, or on my vanity area over here, rather. So, that's why if you see me turn to the side, that's why. Now, I am going to take a little cotton round, like this, right here. Now you can use a cotton ball as well, but I just prefer the cotton round because it's a little easier, and I'm using the Micellar cleansing water by Garnier. This is a great cleanser. I'll even do this sometimes in the mornings, like, or in the afternoons or whatever, whenever my face is not completely fresh. You can tell that even took off a little bit more. Whenever my face isn't the freshest and I'm wanting to put on some makeup, I'll take this and go over my skin before I put on makeup, because it's important to have clean skin. Okay, sorry, I was just making sure that it was actually recording. So, but, and on the eye area, you know, I still got some off already from that, but for the eyelashes, what I tend to do is I'll take it and I'll pinch the lash with this and go back and forth a little bit. You'll see, there's the lashes. Right there. So, that takes a good 2 or 3 times usually. So, because you don't want to really pull, because you can pull out lashes. But, you know, and then a test, you can reach up there and tell if you've gotten all the mascara off. You can tell I have not, because I just showed you some. But I close my eye to do my lashes. But this isn't the last step that I do either. Not by any means. Because if you don't get all your makeup off, it's likely to clog your pores and cause a lot of problems down the road. So that's why I tend to go the extra mile. Because it does get everything off. I'm still getting mascara off. But I had several layers of mascara on my lashes. Now, I don't always wear this much makeup, but I thought this video would be best done with a full face of makeup to show you how you could get off everything if you had on a huge full face like I did. So, okay. Now I got the most of the eye makeup off. Let me scoot in a little bit closer here. Yes, I'm not in my normal setup. I'm in my bathroom, like I said. So you might not see everything as well. It's not as bright. So, I mean, most of my makeup is off. But me, just to take it that one little extra step, I take a face wash. Let me grab my mirror here. Okay, yeah. I got most of it off there. I've got my little handy dandy mirror. But what I do then is I take one of these little things. You can find these at the Dollar Tree. They're the little microfiber facial cleansing pads. I wet it. And I'm showing this all real time. Get it wet. And then I've got the foaming 2-in-1. Now this will sometimes take all the makeup off in one go, but a lot of times even after this I'll still do the Micellar cleansing water. So I just tend to do those steps. But this right here, this 2-in-1 cleanser, it's supposed to be compared to Neutrogena Fresh Foaming Cleanser. Gently cleanses skin and removes makeup simply in one step. And I'm going to show you how I would wash my face if I didn't do those other 2 steps as well. Because those other 2 steps, some people may say, okay, well that's plenty. That's as far as I want to go. That's okay. You can stop there and then just go in with a toner, whoops, and call it done. But I put a couple pumps on there, and then I just do circular motions all over my face. You know, I even get my eyes, and this doesn't, well, okay, yes, if I opened my eyes, I'm sure it would sting, but it doesn't hurt my eyes to go on them to get whatever extra stuff is off. I like these pads, these cleansing pads, but they're not the easiest to get in all the little crevices, like around the nose. And yes, I go down my neck too with this. I didn't do that with the cleansing water necessarily, but I do that with this too. But you do little circular cleansing motions, or circular motions, buffing motions type thing, all over the skin. And then I get a little bit more water on there. And yes, I am operating blind here, so I apologize if I'm not in focus or whatever, but this is the way I do it. And I just keep doing that. And then I'll flip it over and use the other side, because a long-lasting lipstick is hard to get off. And I use that on the lip area. Usually I'm not talking while I do it. But it also helps to exfoliate the skin. So I go over all the area with that too. I don't do my eyes with it. I get under my eyes a little bit, but not. But really scrub a dub dub. And then with this here, you know, I'm usually done with that. So you got a couple of options here. You can rinse your face off with splashing water on, or you can rinse this out really good, which I do recommend anyway for these things. You rinse them off really good, and then you get you some lukewarm water. I accidentally just did hot water, but you get some lukewarm water on there after you get most of the soap out, and it'll help take the makeup, the residue really from the soap off. Take all the soap off and leave your face nice and fresh. And if you leave it on, like I have just done, to me that also helps. Yes, I have soap on my eyelids still, so I do have my eyes closed. But if you leave it on for a few seconds, like I just did, like I am rather, then it kind of helps to take whatever extra off that's still there. And I recommend doing part of your face, then rinsing, then doing another part of your face, then rinsing. You know, it takes time to take makeup off. That's what some people don't like about it, and that's honestly something I don't always do, but if you have a full face on that you really want to make sure every single thing came off, then by all means take all these steps and it'll get every bit of it off. And I use lukewarm water at least the first time or two whenever I'm doing it, but then I'll switch to cold eventually, because cold water will help take off the rest of that residue too. Cold water tends to take off more things than the hot water does for me. So, whoop. Sorry about that. Working blind here. Normally I'm not turning back and forth like this, so knocked some ibuprofen off the counter. So, that right there is, you can tell not really much anything else is coming off. So, but take it down the neck again. And you can also do this using just your hands and splashing, but it doesn't, to me this right here just kind of helps get the excess off. You know, this is, and you can tell if it's clean. Let me do this again on the other side and see if you can hear this. That's squeaky clean, which some people don't like squeaky clean. Me, because I have more oily skin, I do. So, and you can just tell whenever all of it's off everywhere, because it does do that little squeaky feel, at least, because you can feel it as it really makes sure everything is gone. So, And you want to make sure you get up near the hairline, because I do forget to do that sometimes, and then I get acne all along the hairline, which is not a fun thing, let me tell you. But I'm going to do one more round with just cold water. Now, some people say don't use cold water at all. They recommend just using hot water. If you have bad acne, then you could use hot water to do this, and then move on to the next step, because cold water helps close your pores back up. At least that's what I've been taught. And then I'm going to show you one other option here for, like, if you do have leftover eye makeup, because some people just want to do the face wash, don't mess with the cleansing pads, don't mess with anything else, just the face wash, and then maybe eye makeup remover. Now this is the cleansing water still, but you can use a standard Q-tip like this. Now you'd want to do this over the sink, obviously, because you're going to be missing the Q-tip, but what I tend to do is I'll cup it in my hand, like so. Like, I'll put my thumb, usually, about like that, because then I can tell whether I've actually gotten liquid on it. And you can do this with an eye makeup remover, but you wet it, like so, then you just take it and go over the lashes. You know, you go over your lashes and your eyeliner and all that stuff. Now, I don't really recommend getting inside the eye, but I do recommend going on that bottom lash line. You can tell even after all I've done, I'm still getting stuff off here. So, but because lashes, I did upper and lower mascara, I did upper and lower liner. You know, one thing I still struggle with is getting makeup off that inner rim right inside here. Now, I'm not going to go all the way in like some people probably would, but I'm just going on the outside, like on the lash line itself. Then whatever is in there will wear off as time goes on. See, I've done all that work, and I've still got that coming off on this Q-tip. So that's where, you know, now I'm going to use the clean side here and go one more time over the lids. Yep. So, that's where sometimes doing the makeup wipe, wash, then cleansing water would work too, because it would take off some of the extra as well. But I had a lot of makeup on. And I apologize for the background noise. My dogs are playing in the next room. Whoops! And I just dropped my mirror. Hopefully it did not shatter. 7 years of bad luck, right? No, it didn't shatter. But I'm using the Equate Deep Cleaning Astringent right here. It's compared to the Clean and Clear Deep, or it's the sensitive version, by the way, compared to the Clean and Clear Sensitive Skin Astringent. And I'm using another cotton pad. I put it right in the center, a few drops. But you can do the entire thing if you wanted to, but I find I don't need that much. But then I take this and just go all over my skin with it. And that's just a way of double checking, oh, did I get everything? You know, now you don't want to do your eyes, or at least I don't do my eyes. I do under them. Carefully, very carefully. But I do go under them. And I check periodically just to see See, there's still a little bit of residue, not necessarily makeup, but residue left over from something. So, but that's the main steps right there. Right there. And I'm going to pick up my mirror. Yep, just fine. But, see, that's all it's on that. Right there. That's it. So, normally I don't go over my lip area, but I'm going mostly around it is where I'm putting the pressure. But that right there is no makeup, you know, completely makeup taken off, all that good stuff. So, and I'm going to go over my brows one more time because that's another area you want to make sure you get everything off. And I did. Because I have had acne, believe it or not, on my brows, and that's not a fun place to have acne. Okay, then the last thing I typically do, because I use this all over in my face lightly, but then I cake it more under my eyes. This is the Pond's Rejuveness. This is the small version, but you can get this for about $1.50 at least around here in Arkansas. And it takes so little of this that this little tub is going to last a long time. I put about that much on my finger. It's about, well, basically I dip my finger in really good, then scrape off one part of my finger. And then I go between a few fingers, go on my forehead, cheeks. Because even if you have oily skin, you still need a moisturizer. And especially for us girls that are in our mid-30s. I'm practically mid-30s. So, see, that little bit covered my entire face. It didn't go down my neck. But you don't want to go too heavy because I've had some Pond's stuff, because it is so thick. It is a thicker cream. I have had some of it cause excess oil. And most of the stuff that's made for women my age does cause me to be a grease ball, you know. But I'm using my middle finger real lightly, putting this under the eyes. And this is supposed to help lighten, well, not lighten, but firm wrinkles and all that good stuff, so I go real lightly under the eyes. So, and whenever I dip it back in, I literally am just getting about that much, is all I'm getting. Just a tiny dot, like, well, I can't say a pinprick, but even that much is fine to cover my entire neck. So, but that right there is how you get UNready with me. So, what are some of your favorite products that you enjoy using as you go to sleep at night or whatever the case may be? And have you tried any of the products that I've mentioned here? Because I know some people have even a longer routine, but me, I try to keep it somewhat simple. On an average makeup day that I wear makeup, you know, it could just be, and I know this isn't good, but it could, on that night, I might just use the wipes and then the cleansing water. Or I might just do a wipes and then my face wash, whether I'm using this one or my Clean and Clear, because I use, usually this other one that I'm going to show you is my morning wash. It's the AM Refreshing Facial Cleanser, but because I usually take my makeup off downstairs most of the time, but whichever one, I'll use at least 2 of these steps usually, unless I completely forget, which I try not to do that, but it happens. you know, everybody gets too tired to take their makeup off sometimes. And then the last step that sometimes I'll do whenever and my lipstick did come off, pretty much. But if I feel like my lip hasn't come off, then I might do a lip exfoliator or something like that. So, what are some things that you like to use to take your makeup off and do to get ready for bed? Do you have a certain routine? Let me know in the comments down below, because I would love to hear from you and love to get to know you better. So, thank you so much for watching, and please click that subscribe button and so that you'll see whenever I do upload again. And if you want, you can even click the little notification thing so that you get notified every time I upload, hopefully every Monday and Thursday at this point. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.